Greetings from the Epiphan Video booth here at NAB 2023. Happy 100th anniversary to the National Association of Broadcasters. Today we are here with Dave Van Hoy, the president of Advanced Systems Group and Cloud Power columnist for my publication, Systems Contractor News. I'm Mark J. Pescatore. Thanks for joining us. We want to talk a little bit about NAB 2023. Dave, my question to you is, I'm seeing a lot of virtual reality, a lot of video walls here. It seems like a really good trend to me, but is it a real trend?
Well, virtual production is definitely a trend. The cost savings over going out on site, scouting locations, moving the gear, are tremendous if it will fit to what you do. And so it requires a pretty significant upfront cost, but if you have an ongoing need, it will save money over a relatively short term. And it's much less expensive to do than it has ever been.
I wonder about the creative aspect though as well, because it's not just having a big wall behind you, but there's a lot more that goes into than just installing a wall, isn't it?
Well, isn't that the case with every technology? You know, a great camera without a great cinematographer doesn't do you a lot of good. And so, in this case, it is true, because you still have to create that background, that virtual world, and that takes skill. And you know, you go out and you scout a location, nature did that for you. Here, you have to intentionally do that, and that does require talent, just like any other kind of creative.
Is the whole video wall trend, is it realistic for as many people as the people at NAB would like to think it is?
Well, we will certainly find out.
Stay tuned. We're going to find out.
Yeah. You know, we have in this part of our community, we like new shiny things. And so I believe that, like every other new shiny technology, this will find its places where it will be appropriate and places where it won't. And I do believe that it is going to be relatively ubiquitous. Certainly green screens have become very ubiquitous, even in corporate video. And the ease of execution for non-professional talent when you're using an XR style setup is much greater. You know, people who are not trained talent, they get on a green screen and they have a very hard time knowing where they are. Here, I'm in front of this wall and I know exactly where I am. And so we find that alone is a big draw for a lot of the non-broadcast customers as well as the broadcast customers.
Right, now, I have to ask you about cloud technology because you write the column for us. What are you seeing here at NAB with regards to the cloud?
You know, I see the rationalization of cloud. And by that I mean, like I was saying a minute ago, cloud has been the new shiny thing for a while now. And it always takes a while to figure out where's the right place to use this new technology. No technology is an answer to every application. And so we see people finding the right places to use cloud now, which is, I think, the big difference as opposed to trying to find any place to put the cloud.
Well, I mean, you guys have a cloud-based production system through Advanced Systems Group. Some people are talking about, one of the things, Matrox, I'll call them out by name because I was at the press conference, they were talking about tier 1 production. A lot of people are saying cloud-based production for tier 1 production is 10 years away. They think they can shave some time off that estimate. What do you think?
You know, Matrox is a great company. They've been a partner of ours literally since we opened the doors 25 years ago. Yeah. I think they will do things that will shave some time off of that. But I think a lot of that time is the physics of connectivity. And we are still, in the United States, a long ways from having the kind of consistent connectivity to really empower cloud workflows in every place the way we do today. I can take a camera today and shoot anywhere. I can contribute over bonded cellular, and it doesn't take a lot. But to really bring studio level production takes more consistent bandwidth and latency than most venues have today. So we'll keep moving towards it, and its flexibility and its cost is clearer, but there will always be hybrids.
All right, last question, because you're an integrator. As an integrator, what have you seen here that you can't wait to show off to your customers?
That's a really good question. There were a lot of interesting things here this time, and more than we've seen in quite some time. I have to admit that my interest is piqued heavily by AJA's implementation of Dante AV, which I really, quite frankly, did not think was going to be relevant to us. But it's far more interesting than I had expected. Its performance in terms of latency, in terms of just its bandwidth consumption, looks very interesting, and I think could really take care, we've had for some time clients who really could have used an NDI workflow, but they were worried about compression, the latency, all of which in NDI 5 are really very good. I think this Dante AV setup with its JPEG XS, with hardware from solid companies like AJA, with the incredible ubiquitous of Dante implementations out there. I mean, we have done thousands and thousands of channels, and it all works under the same domain manager. So I think this could be pretty interesting. This could be a game changer.
Anything else you wanted to call out?
The only other thing I think that really struck me was not so much a technology directly, but the continuing consolidation, especially of audio companies again. With Audiotonic's purchase of Harrison, I'm pretty sure they own virtually all of our mixer companies. And that's both interesting and concerning in some ways, of course. But it's an interesting business trend that continues, and not entirely sure what it all means yet. But I see it across a lot of our vendors here at the show this time.
Absolutely. Well, Dave, thank you so much for joining us. Always a pleasure to talk to you. And thank you all for watching. We'll see you at the next NAB, but next stop for SCN is Infocom. Thank you.